You've been told that endless cardio is the only ticket to a flat belly, but what if the real secret lives right on your plate? Imagine swapping that treadmill torment for three simple foods that melt stubborn waistline fat in just 30 days. No extra steps, no extra sweat. Stay with me for the next few minutes and you'll discover the surgeon-approved diet that turns your dinner into a fat-burning engine. If you're ready to stop the treadmill torture, smash that like button now. It tells the algorithm we're on the same mission. I'm Dr. Anna Martinez, board-certified bariatric surgeon with 15 years of operating rooms and nutrition research. I've watched countless seniors just like you exhaust themselves on miles of cardio only to watch the belly stay stubborn. Today, I'll share a step-by-step eating plan that targets chronic inflammation, blunts glucose spikes, and activates your body's natural fat-burning pathways, all in 30 days, no extra cardio required. So let's first uncover why traditional cardio often fails for belly fat loss in the senior body. First, the star of the plate, wild-caught salmon, rich in omega-3 EPA and DHA, but why does a fish help melt belly fat? Chronic inflammation is the hidden driver of visceral fat. Those tiny inflammatory cytokines act like a thermostat, telling your body to store energy around the waist. Omega-3 fats calm that fire, improve insulin sensitivity, and lower cortisol spikes that love to hoard fat in the midsection. How to eat it? Aim for a palm-sized fillet, about 150 grams, 3 to 4 times a week. Grill, bake, or steam. Avoid deep frying. Add a squeeze of lemon for extra vitamin C, which protects the omega-3 from oxidation. If you didn't know fish could fight inflammation, give this video a thumbs up. You'll be surprised how many people miss this. But salmon calms the fire, and the next ally attacks the fat store directly by controlling blood sugar peaks that trigger insulin-driven storage. The second food is plain Greek yogurt, full fat with live probiotic cultures. Why does yogurt matter? Live cultures balance your gut microbiome, and a balanced gut reduces the release of endotoxins that fuel inflammation. At the same time, the high protein and modest carbohydrate load keep glucose levels steady, preventing the insulin spikes that tell your body store more. The practical instruction is simple: 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt 2 to 3 times daily. Stir in a handful of fresh berries for antioxidants and a drizzle of honey if you need a touch of sweetness. Just a teaspoon, enough to satisfy without spiking sugar. If you've never paired probiotics with fat loss, let me know in the comments, what's your favorite yogurt topping? Now, why do many seniors still struggle even after adding salmon and yogurt? The missing piece is a food that not only stabilizes glucose, but also delivers healthy fats that improve cellular metabolism. Enter the third champion, ripe avocado paired with extra virgin olive oil. Why this combo? Avocado supplies monounsaturated fats and potassium, which together improve cell membrane fluidity and support the activity of mitochondria, the powerhouses that burn fat. Olive oil adds polyphenols that further reduce oxidative stress, a key factor that can lock fat into the abdominal cavity. How to incorporate it? Half an avocado sliced on top of a mixed green salad dressed with a tablespoon of olive oil and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Eat this salad at lunch and you'll provide your body with a steady stream of fuel that doesn't provoke insulin spikes. If this sounds like a delicious way to boost metabolism, hit that subscribe button. What we're covering next will change the way you think about food forever. Let's recap the 3 pillars: wild-caught salmon for anti-inflammatory, omega-3s, Greek yogurt for gut-friendly probiotics and steady glucose, and avocado with olive oil for mitochondrial-friendly, healthy fats. Follow this trio consistently for 30 days and you'll notice a reduction in waist circumference, more stable energy, and less reliance on cardio to feel fit. The science behind it is simple: lower inflammation, smoother glucose curves, and empowered mitochondria equal a body that chooses to burn, not store, fat. Now, a quick reality check. What if you tried all 3 foods but didn't see results? The answer often lies in hidden sugar and processed carbs that sabotage even the best plan. Keep a brief food journal for a week, noting any added sugars, white bread, or sugary beverages. Cut those out and you'll amplify the effect of the 3 foods dramatically. It's a small adjustment, but it makes a world of difference. Before we close, I want to hear from you. Which of these foods are you already eating and which feels like a new habit to start? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious about your experience. And if this insight resonated with you, give the video a like. It helps others discover this approach and keeps the conversation going. Remember, the journey to a flatter belly isn't a marathon on the treadmill. It's a strategic partnership with the right foods. Stay consistent, trust the biology, and in 30 days, you'll see the change you've been chasing. If you're ready for more senior health secrets, subscribe and ring the bell because the next episode dives into sleep optimizing strategies that further accelerate fat loss. Until then, eat wisely, move gently, and let your plate do the heavy lifting. Now let's walk through a practical 30-day roadmap that turns the 3 pillars into daily habits you can follow without feeling overwhelmed. Imagine your calendar split into 3 weekly phases, each building on the last, and each reinforced by a simple ritual that anchors the new foods in your routine. Phase 1, the first week is all about introduction. Your goal is to place the anti-inflammatory salmon on the table at least 3 times, the probiotic Greek yogurt into your breakfast bowl every morning, and the mitochondrial boosting avocado olive oil combo into lunch or dinner at least 4 evenings. To make this effortless, create a dedicated protein first slot in the morning where you spoon the yogurt, then a fish prep slot in the afternoon where you season the salmon, and a fat finish slot in the evening where you drizzle olive oil over a sliced avocado on a salad. By assigning a time and a place, you reduce decision fatigue and increase adherence. Phase 2, the second week, shifts focus from simply eating the foods to optimizing the surrounding ingredients. For salmon, pair it with a side of roasted Brussels sprouts tossed in a pinch of sea salt and a splash of lemon-infused olive oil. The lemon adds a burst of vitamin C that protects the omega-3 fats from oxidation, while the Brussels sprouts supply soluble fiber that further dampens inflammation. For Greek yogurt, swap plain honey for a handful of fresh berries, blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries. Those berries bring anthocyanins, which work synergistically with the probiotics to stabilize blood sugar and improve gut barrier function. For avocado, consider adding a sprinkling of toasted pumpkin seeds, which provide magnesium and zinc, 2 minerals that support mitochondrial enzyme activity. Each of these small pairings amplifies the core benefit without adding extra steps. Phase 3, the third week, introduces a mindful element, portion awareness, and timing. Studies show that consuming protein-rich foods within 30 minutes of waking helps set a favorable hormonal profile for the day, while a modest dose of healthy fat in the early afternoon can blunt the post-lunch glucose surge that often triggers cravings later. So aim for a breakfast bowl of Greek yogurt topped with berries and a drizzle of flaxseed oil, a lunch plate featuring salmon, leafy greens, and a quarter-sized avocado sliced on top, and a dinner that includes a small serving of avocado olive oil dressing over roasted cauliflower. Keep the portions to the size of your palm for protein, the size of your fist for vegetables, and the size of your thumb for fats. Visual cues like these are easier to remember than scales or calculators. Now, let's address the inevitable obstacles that appear when you start a new eating pattern. The first common hurdle is the perception that healthy foods are bland or boring. The truth is, flavor is a matter of technique. For salmon, try a quick rub of smoked paprika, crushed garlic, and a dash of black pepper before searing. The spices not only add depth, but also bring their own anti-inflammatory compounds. Paprika contains capsaicin and garlic offers allicin, both of which have been shown to reduce adipose tissue inflammation. For Greek yogurt, experiment with a swirl of almond butter mixed with a pinch of cinnamon. Cinnamon has been demonstrated to improve insulin sensitivity, reinforcing the glucose stabilizing effect of the yogurt's live cultures. For avocado, a squeeze of lime and a sprinkle of sea salt can transform a simple slice into a palate-pleasing garnish that awakens the senses. A second obstacle is hidden sugar lurking in processed foods, which can sabotage even the most disciplined plan. The key is to become a label detective. Look for terms like maltodextrin, high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, dextrose, and anything ending in O's. Even foods marketed as low fat often compensate with added sugars, which spike insulin and encourage the body to store fat around the midsection. When you spot these ingredients, replace the product with a whole food alternative. For example, swap a sugary granola bar for a handful of raw almonds and a few dried apricots, or replace flavored oatmeal with plain steel, cut oats topped with fresh fruit, and a dash of cinnamon. By eliminating these covert carbs, you allow the three pillar foods to work without interference. A third hurdle many seniors face is digestive discomfort when introducing new probiotics or high-fat foods. The solution is gradual exposure. Start your Greek yogurt servings at half a cup for the first 2 days, then increase to a full cup by day 3. For avocado, begin with a quarter of an avocado and work up to a half by the end of the week. If you notice any bloating, accompany the meals with a cup of warm herbal tea. Peppermint or ginger works well to soothe the gut and promote motility. Over time, your microbiome will adapt and the digestive system will become more efficient at extracting the nutrients that fuel fat loss. Let's also consider variations for those with specific dietary restrictions. If you have a fish allergy, the anti-inflammatory power of omega-3 can be obtained from algae-based supplements or from plant sources such as chia seeds, ground flaxseed, and walnuts. A daily tablespoon of ground flaxseed mixed into your yogurt or sprinkled over your salad supplies a comparable amount of alpha-linolenic acid, which the body can convert to EPA and DHA, albeit at a modest rate. For individuals who are lactose intolerant, opt for a dairy-free probiotic yogurt made from coconut milk or almond milk, ensuring it contains live cultures and no added sugars. The probiotic benefit remains while the comfort level improves. If you follow a low-fat diet for medical reasons, you can still reap the mitochondrial benefits by focusing on the olive oil component. A tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil drizzled over steamed vegetables or incorporated into a vinaigrette can stimulate the same cellular pathways that avocado does without the additional fat from the fruit. Now, what about tracking progress without becoming obsessive? Simple, non-intrusive measurements work best. Each morning after using the restroom and before eating, stand in front of a mirror and note the fit of your shirt around the waist. You can also use a flexible measuring tape to record the circumference at the level of the belly button. Write the numbers in a notebook or on your phone, but only once per week. This weekly snapshot smooths out daily fluctuations caused by water retention and gives you a clear trend line. Pair this with a brief energy journal after each meal. Rate your satiety and energy on a scale of 1 to 10. Over time, you'll see that meals centered on the three pillars not only shrink the waist, but also raise the energy rating, confirming that your body is shifting from storage mode to burn mode. A final, often overlooked factor is stress management. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that directs the body to store fat in the abdominal region. While the foods we've discussed help blunt the cortisol response, incorporating a gentle stress relief practice amplifies the effect. Simple techniques such as a 5-minute deep breathing exercise after lunch, a short walk in nature, or a brief session of seated yoga before bedtime can lower cortisol levels considerably. When you combine these mind-body habits with the anti-inflammatory and glucose-stabilizing foods, you create a multi-pronged attack on stubborn belly fat. Let's recap the essential takeaways one more time, reinforcing each point so it stays vivid in your minds. First, the anti-inflammatory omega-3 rich salmon reduces chronic inflammation, improves insulin sensitivity, and creates a hormonal environment conducive to fat oxidation. Second, the probiotic Greek yogurt supplies live cultures that balance gut flora, smooth glucose curves, and prevent the insulin spikes that drive fat storage around the midsection. Third, the avocado-olive oil combination delivers healthy monounsaturated fats that nurture mitochondrial function, increase metabolic efficiency, and provide a feeling of fullness that curbs overeating. When these 3 foods are consumed consistently, paired with mindful portion sizes, low sugar companions, and strategic timing, the body receives a clear signal to prioritize burning stored fat rather than hoarding it. Now, I want to hear from you directly. Which of these foods have you already embraced in your daily routine and which feels like a fresh habit you're ready to adopt? Have you encountered any challenges with digestion, taste, or preparation that we haven't covered yet? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights help the community learn and grow together. And if any part of this plan resonated with you, consider giving the video a like. It tells the algorithm that this information is valuable and helps more people discover a science-backed path to a flatter belly. Before we part, remember that sustainable change is built on small, repeatable actions rather than dramatic, short-term fads. By focusing on the quality of what you place on your plate, you empower your body's natural mechanisms to do the heavy lifting, freeing you from the endless treadmill grind. Keep the momentum going, stay curious, and trust the biology that supports you at every age. If you're eager for the next chapter of Senior Health Mastery, make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell. Our upcoming episode will dive deep into sleep, optimizing strategies that further enhance hormone balance, boost growth factor release, and accelerate the fat-burning process you've already set in motion. Until then, stay consistent, honor your body's signals, and let the simple, surgeon-approved foods become your daily allies on the journey to a healthier, leaner you.